Empires and Puzzles video. This time we are in Cloverfield War. This is the war type where you can go lucky and charge and do your special twice. So it's a very unique war type. It only happens, I think, once every, 16 weeks or something like that. So it doesn't happen very often, I think, just because of the randomness. Also coming straight from Rush War, which we had last week. I don't love that we have Cloverfield already. I mean, it's just more randomness kind of, into the game, where, the tank can go in lucky and then just wipes out your whole team. So we need to plan around that a little bit, but hopefully we go, more lucky than our opponents, and that works out a little bit better. They have Bernadettes on their team. They have a couple other random teams, like they have a Catalina here, a Regan. They have a bunch of Saloms as well, but primarily Bernadette is their tank. We have decided to put Taffer on our tank team. So, for example, Combo's team here. So we have Cats there. We'll see. I mean, they're doing pretty good against the Cats. We'll see if they can hold, all those one-shots near the end. I'm going to start going for some teams, and I'll be right back with my first set. So our first team, I'm going to go up against the Salome. We're going to try and flip the board pretty soon. So for this team, I'm taking 4 reds against the Taffers to try and, have a stronger tile damage against him. Ott is here to protect me also against the 2 Taffers. If his ward goes off, then the Taffers do basically no damage against me. So, that'll help me in case they go insane, or not insane, they go lucky twice. Bartholomew and Ray can also remove the effect from Salome, so hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Bartholomew can also remove the growth from Ustad, so that can help to make sure his hit is a little bit less. Li Kui is here so that I have taunt in case Ustad also hits down the line, and then Gardared is here to put the wings to sleep. So I can deal with them hopefully last. Let's see how this goes. The good thing here is I can kind of tile jump a little bit into Salome. She's not that scary. As long as I can dispel her eventually, then I think we're okay. All right, so we definitely need to look for more reds. So I'm going to do this red with the yellow and then see what else comes up. A lot of combos, which is not ideal, but if Salome goes off, it's also not the end of the world. I'm going to do this 3 here because then I'll have a 4 in a second. Or if I do that yellow dragon, then I'll have a red match to get Ray as well. It's going to hurt, but that's okay. All right, I'll do this red with the green, and then we'll have Ott as well. Oh man, that hurts so much. We're gonna use Ott here, and we're gonna hold off with the Ray so that we can dispel after someone goes off in a second. Okay, so let's dispel first. All right, I really want to kill this left side. There definitely, Ustad is the scariest here. So let's use... let's use you here. And then I'm going to hit Ustad twice with Gardared. All right, that was very nice. So that saved us a little bit. That Taffer's asleep, so I don't really want to throw too many tiles into him right now. So I think I'm going to stall a little bit I don't want to wake up that Taffer, but I also don't really have an idea of what I want to do next. I need to try and clear some of these tiles up. All right, that's a good move. I think we'll do it immediately. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Not quite enough for Likui again, but I think we're going to just use him here now. And we're going to target solo. So we killed him. Taffer's going to go off, which is really bad. We do have our ward up, so hopefully he doesn't hurt too much. And he went off twice as well. Well, that's what we have all of this for. I'm going to use, I think, Ott just immediately. And then Ray. We went lucky. It's not too useful here, but I don't want to use that up, but that's okay. Maybe we kill Taffer. Nice. So I'm going to use Ray first because he gives me extra damage against greens. And then I'm going to use... Yeah, I think we want to try and kill this left Taffer first. All right, nice. And now hopefully Garter just finishes them off here. All right, so I think we're in a really good spot here. I'm not too worried about what Taffer can do here now. I think this was a really well thought out team. You know, had a lot of counters to their heroes, so I wasn't too worried. But overall, I think this hit went pretty well. He keeps going off twice. All right, good first attack. All right, so for this next team, I'm going against a Bernadette. This is a pretty tough team with Taffer, Ustad, and Lane. I have Dominique to try and counter Taffer. Song can silence, pretty much everybody here. Quarry does, good damage as well. And then Oni is kind of a counter for a little bit for Ustad and Bernie. Obviously, Lane can steal the undispellable taunt, so I need to be careful about that. And if Taffer goes off, he can kill Oni all by himself. I struggled a little bit to figure out which healer I want to take here, but we'll just take Astrid. If she goes off twice and she revives, she can bring back my whole team. So I think it's good that if I try and keep her alive as well. So let's see how this goes. And we just flipped the board as well, so you guys will be able to see the defense that they have. All right, so we have one blue match on the right side, but I really need to look for another one. I'm going to do this red here and see if anything comes up. Okay, we do have some matches here. Oh, please don't set her off. All right, so we have Oni and Dominique ready. I think we're just going to try and set them off. So I think if I do this purple, that blue's going to go up, and also I think it should charge her. So I'm going to use Oni now, and then we'll do this combo here. Nice. So she went off. Even if she goes off twice, we're still safe. Okay. I definitely want to silence, I think, this right side. I don't really want Lane and Nusat to hit me both. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'll use Quarry first, I think, and then Song. And if Song goes off twice, he'll just kill both. All right, very nice. Now we need to kind of brace for impact because they're about to go off as well. So let's do this. Maybe we can get a yellow with some blues. Let's use Astrid. Maybe she'll bring back Quarry. Not quite. But I think we're in a really good spot now. I'm not too worried. Let's use Dominique first, because if he goes off, he can kill both, maybe. Not quite. I'm going to stall for a second. I want them to die so then Song can hit strongly as well. I'm going to use Oni just to be safe here. I don't want Taffer to go off accidentally. Okay. Now let's do a safe move. I definitely don't want to set off Chitranganda here. I think this yellow move is safe. I mean, I think a yellow can come up, but that's about it. All right, let's use Song now. Oh no, they both came back. She's going to revive as well. Please don't go off twice. All right, Lane is going to hit as well, but that's okay. Let's use Astrid first. Maybe Quarry will come back. Not quite. But I think we should be okay. I mean, Oni has a lot of health. He has a counterattack as well. Very nice. So for this next fight, we're going to go against another Bernadette, another really tough team with an Ustad, Indigon, Taffer, and Duval. I'm not really grabbing anything to counter the veggies from Indigon. Hopefully the battle just isn't that long. Dominique counters the cat. Hrothgar can cut everyone's mana. Oni counters Bernadette with Undispellable Taunt. Needs to be careful about Duval and Taffer because he can kill him in one shot. And then Song can silence everyone here as well. So let's see how this goes. Hopefully our blue tiles are just as good as they were last game. So let's see. And they are not. Okay. So we're going to have to hunt for them a little bit. But hopefully we can get our 6 for Oni at least. I mean, we have Dual Flare, which is nice, but it doesn't really do much for me. Yeah, I think we just need to set off Bernadette and then just clear the board a little bit. Him killing Oni, I guess, is okay. Oh, but going off a second time, really? All right, we got our blues. Can we survive it, though? I don't think we'll be able to. I mean, Taffer's just going to wipe them all out. Let's try and do as much damage as we can here. Very unfortunate. Two little tiles. Maybe I should have taken a different team here, but that's unfortunate. Right, so for this next team, I'm kind of going with just sheer power. I don't really have a traditional healer here. Zaza, or both my Zazas can heal me or over-heal me as well. So I hope they can help me out a little bit in this battle. But everyone's really strong. I'm taking Agada and Deviani to try and counter the cats. Everyone charges in 6 tiles, so hopefully we can just get our tiles quickly and get this one over with. So we have our 6 purples. I'm just going to go for them immediately. So as much as I want to kill the cats, I do think I should try and kill Bernadette here, because I can ghost the yellow straight on the middle. So let's go with Deviani straight on her, and then Agata can finish her off. Okay. And then we'll get all our yellows here, then we can kill the cats here. Okay, we can ghost these yellows and we'll get everyone back again. Alright, what a quick one. Alright, here, similar thing. I'm just going for sheer power. I have Taunt to try and stop the hit-alls, Ustad, Indigon, and Vernix to hit everyone. If I get my yellows as well, then I'm protected from Bernadette if she doesn't go off twice. And then my Duvals, if I get both of them, then they can kill Bernadette off the bat too. So let's see how this goes. One of the issues could be Furiwari, if she keeps slowing me down. That can become a huge problem for me. I don't love any of these moves. I think let's do this one. And now we just need to look for some more tiles over here. I still don't really know if I'm going to go for yellows or purples, but it just depends what else we can get to come up. I'm going to do this green diamond. Something tells me I'm going to need to clear the board here in a second. We're just not getting enough. All right, so Bernadette's going to go off here. I think, right? I don't really have a safe move to look for purples. The blues there. If I do the blues, then I for sure have purple. So I think let's do that. She's going to turn me into paintings either way. Or maybe not. I don't know. Will one tile start her off? Let's find out. Oh, but the extra ones will. Damn. Right, the good part is hopefully we can go insane, and then our double taps will work. So that one didn't. So let's try this one. Maybe we'll go insane here. Nope. We definitely need to try and go for Ustad here, or for Fergent. It's just going to be a little too late here. Let's do these. I'll have a yellow on the left here, but I think Ustad's going to hit before that. He's just going to kill my whole team. Maybe Fergent will be able to dodge, and then maybe something will happen. Nope. I don't know. I felt like I had a maybe I was too greedy. I was making too big of moves, but. And so for my last fight, I'm going to go with a green and red team. Fafnir does more damage to red, so she'll do a lot to Bernadette. Saris can silence everyone. Bima just hits really hard. Taffer can cut mana and has his 9 lives. So hopefully that helps us out a little bit here. Wow, these are horrible boards. But let me do this red on top first. All right, then I'll do this bottom one, and then we have our 9 reds. These combos as well. I mean, I think it's going to set her off, right? It's 4 tiles. I mean, we have to try. I mean, I have nothing else that I can do. Ooh, okay, that was close. So let's do Saris first. And then we can hit, I think it was right side. Ustad is about to hit, but he is, his like accuracy is down, so maybe he won't hit everyone. So let's see. Or does he always hit his targets? He missed 4 of them, nice. We need to try and get a heal here. We need to look for our greens. Do this, and then I have another purple match that can... And I'll have a green match here. Okay. Let's see if we can just get rid of this right side here, so we can go some tiles. I'm going to go, and hopefully one of the hits go on Ustad. Very nice. Since he's dead, I'm going to dump these tiles in the middle. But this one's over already, I think, for them. All right, so we went 4 for 6. The 2 losses, I mean, against Bernadette, I feel like it's a little tough sometimes to go 6 for 6 against her, but I honestly, I'm not mad about my outcome. I think 216 is pretty decent. Definitely could have maybe taken different teams. I just I don't know. Maybe I'm have like a mental block against Bernadette, but I just do not enjoy going up against her. But hopefully my alliance mates have a easier time against her. We're almost done with this flip. So if we look at the scores, we're at 3,884 points with 83 flags, and the opponent is at 3,516 with 92 flags. So we are currently 93. So we have a pretty big, I mean, we're up like 360 points, which is like 6, 7, 8 flags maybe. So I think we're actually down a little bit. I think we're down 3 flags right now, and we have all these clean. So I do think we're losing at this point. So hopefully we can make up that difference a little bit, and get these cleans out the way. So the war is over, and we did lose. So we're down about 800 points. We do have 3 flags left. I think one person just didn't wake up, but those 3 flags wouldn't have made a difference really in winning or not. So that's unfortunate, but that's okay, I think. They definitely did a lot better in attacks. I think even though they had Bernadettes, I think we just attacked really poorly, I would say, and definitely underperformed this war. We had Taffers. I think they did what they were supposed to. I think just they were a little. I don't know if it was better coordination or maybe just the teams they took were better. But they seem to have less of an issue against our defenses. But I think that happens less, or I think the actual defenses matter less than the quality of the attacks. I think defenses are like, I don't know, less than half of I would say like they're like 40% of the war, but then like 60% is like how good you can attack, and we definitely did not attack well. I mean, at one point we had like 10 cleans on the board and no one wanted to touch them. So like, people were missing their hits, not clean. I know I missed 2 hits as well. Like maybe I should have cleaned one of them. But I think there's some sort of disconnect with the attacks that we're doing. So hopefully we can improve on those a little bit. In terms of the top 10, I mean, they dominated. They had a few people that left. They have some ex-members. But Death and Combo have the top 2 spots with going 6 for 6. And then a few more people down here that I think went 5 for 6 or maybe 4 plus a clean. So pretty good here. But you can see, I mean, they had a lot of people that went 6 for 6. Top 20, I mean, they lead as well. I'm here at the number 32 with 216. But like, I mean, the bottom is very blue, and we have like way too many people that didn't even get 200 points. So I think I don't know, somewhere something went wrong. So that's a little unfortunate, but hopefully things can improve in the weekend war. And we'll see how the next war goes for Cloverfield, but I'm kind of happy that this one's over. This is just another annoying war type, just like Rush, where things are a little bit more random. Definitely leaning to definitely still benefits, I think, the offensive team, because there's higher scoring, wars for Cloverfield, but definitely something to keep in mind with Cloverfield is there's still some sort of randomness within it. So hopefully on the weekend war we can do a little bit better.